Today we have Mr. Sagar as our tech expert, and he is the founder of Clever Ties. Just to quickly brief about him, he has 9 years of experience in the industry, and his expertise lies in planning and strategy for large businesses, growth hacking for startups. He's also been very good with digital marketing strategy and digital marketing communication. He's also been a key contributor in companies like Span Digital, Worldwide Open, Geek Online Ventures, and Position. Guys, actually, it's a very great opportunity for you all. Why? Because this session is going to be very different. It's not going to be just about technology. It's going to be about the impact of the tech stacks that you've been learning all through, the impact of those tech stacks on the business. It's going to be a really very good opportunity for you all. So now I would like to invite Mr. Sagar to begin with the session.
Himani, thank you so much. I'm really excited to be part of this interactive session. Just to sort of tell you guys, I come from a strategy background. So my background is strategy. I look at technology a little differently from how the guys who develop the tech look at it. I look at the applications, I look at the implications of technology on the businesses for our own sort of agency, as well as the kind of clientele that we manage as well. So in that sense, I'm hoping that sort of it would be a little different kind of a session that we will have a look at. By the end of it, what I would want to sort of achieve is basically kind of give a different perspective to what we are trying to do, etc., etc., etc. I think with that note, I can sort of start. I have a small presentation which I would want to run through to you guys. So as you guys already know, this session is about impact of tech, and the idea is for me to try and see if we can sort of start looking at a scenario wherein we start looking at beyond picking up a job or beyond getting a job as an approach as such. So I'll just sort of quickly run you through. In terms of our agenda is very simple, and I've kept it as sort of raw as possible or as old school as possible, because the first thing that we need to sort of evaluate is how is technology affecting the following. We are talking about Roti Kapda or Makan here, not the movie, but the industry of roti, the industry of kapda, and the industry of makan. Let's first sort of try and look at the impact of the technology on the agriculture as a sector. The first sort of important aspect that it is helping is basically AI as a technology is helping farmers to determine the choice of crop and pick up the best hybrid seeds as a choice, and also is able to try and tell them about resource utilization. So these data points are actually collected through not just sort of the human updated data points, but these guys actually use drone to survey huge areas of farmlands and evaluate multiple parameters which are necessary to basically sort of try and see as to what is the best possible crop that we can recommend and what is the best possible choice of hybrid seeds that we can use, and also give them input on the resource utilization. Resource in the sense the resources that would be needed for you to sort of grow the crop as well. So that is the first important point. The second point is basically something called as precision agriculture. Precision agriculture is a technology which aids in detecting the diseases in plants, the kind of pests that are around, and even the poor plant nutrition on the farm. So ultimately, we have understood that the whole aspect is basically how do we try and generate more and more crops and support the farming community. AI is also sort of training the bots to do the monotonous work, which is possible for us to replace the labor as well, because like it or not, the movement of labor is always going to sort of happen from the villages and will move towards tier 2, tier 1 and metros as well in search of better job opportunities. Bots is something that are being tried and are being introduced in various sort of large farming sectors in the developed countries, which needs to be adapted in India, and it's a huge opportunity again. Next topic that we would want to talk about is fashion. In fashion, the first implication of tech that is happening is basically fake fashion products is one of the ways in which tech or the fashion companies are using tech to identify the fake fashion products. Snap and Shop has another feature, or it has gone to the next step, wherein especially this is relevant for somebody who likes matching and who is into fashion, but it's also about analyzing the history of your choices, and basis the history of your previous choices and the current look. The technology basically sort of throws up options of the products that you can actually match with it. Enhancing the shopping experience using conversational AI, it is self-explanatory. uh, but the conversational AI kind of analyzes your taste, understands you better, and is able to throw better recommendation for you basis your previous buying history with the brand as well. So brick and mortar stores are extensively trying to deploy this technology. You must have also seen those mirrors wherein you go and stand, and you can actually sort of see how a certain top would look on you without you trying it. This technology is, or this platform is basically working extensively to predict the pattern, or predict the trend that would be relevant the next year. AI is playing a very, very, very big role in trying to predict what will be these trends. Going to the next subject, one of the most important things is basically the home search. The home search is basically the predictive analysis, which is modeling, which is put in place to try and understand as to what will be the kind of appreciation of the value in that region. And also the technology uses AI to basically try and find out what is your best interest, and basis your interest, what is the home that you are most probably going to end up buying. All right. Home automation is not just limited to sort of Google Homes or simple sort of Philip bulb, which basically changes its colors. That's a very nascent stage. But there are three aspects to it. One is the caretaker. This is basically as soon as you walk out of the room, the lights sort of get switched off. You walk into a new room, the lights sort of get switched on. The personal assistant aspect of it is basically something which is very, very personalized to you. I think this is where the beautiful imagination of Jarvis basically comes into picture. The last one is IoT. This is basically the interaction, the beautiful interaction that would happen between the system that is there in your house, interacting with your Apple Watch, interacting with your Apple car, and your car interacting with your house and trying to tell your house that open the gates because the car is coming in. So that is basically the world of connected devices. That's another aspect where technology is using itself, or being deployed to give you great experience. The next aspect, which some of you might have heard, is basically self-fixing homes. There are sensor chips across the home which basically help you evaluate the situation of the house and schedule a maintenance by itself. But there is one final sort of aspect that I want to sort of talk about. Very recently, along with Roti Kapda Makan, healthcare has also been added to it. So I just want to talk about healthcare with regards to coronavirus, and how AI or how technology has helped us in our fight, or is helping us in our fight with AI as well. So how is technology helping us in the fight against sort of coronavirus is as follows. One is, what is happening is there is so much of studies and there is so much of data that is coming out. The AI as a tech is doing a permutation and combination of various existing medicines that could be possibly effective on the human beings against COVID-19. So I just want to talk about the Oxford drug trial. The drug is called as Extensia. So I just want to talk about this certain drug. So what this tech has helped us do is basically, within the time span from January last week till date, what it has done is basically it has evaluated 18 million possible combinations of drugs that could be given to basically treat coronavirus, which is basically 18 million of two drugs together. There is a study that has happened wherein the tech has evaluated 10.5 billion option solution for this. After doing this much of extensive studies, of Oxford drug trial, which is named as Exentia, is the first one of the first drugs which has reached the stage of human trial. Somebody said the following. The line says, "It's all about perspective. They see the pain, I see the opportunities and growth." What I want you to focus on is the first part, that is, it's all about the perspective. Guys, I have done multiple interactions with various sort of student community, and that is something that is very close to me. So one of the things that I keep telling everybody is basically change the perspective from trying to get a job by sort of picking up skill sets to trying to find a bigger problem to solve. That's the reason why I've discussed about roti, kapda, makan, and healthcare. So one of the things that is very important for us is basically defining the real problem is the first step towards towards solving it. So what I'm saying is, let's not try and focus on job as the first real problem. There are many real problems which needs warriors like you, which needs people who are picking up skill sets like you to basically be prepared to try and solve real problems that are there around you. So I think the whole aspect of me talking about roti kapda makan and healthcare is trying to give you a different perspective into it and trying to get your attention to find a real problem instead of trying to look at a smaller sort of look at your life in a smaller sort of lens. I have a small request for you. The job is to find a solution, not to find a job. I think that's all that I have to share from my side.
So, hi, Mr. Sagar.
Hey, hi, Anton.
I just wanted to take some time out thanking you for this particular session. It's been a great session. Again, roti, kabda, makan, swasthya also. It's good. I mean, I hear it a lot from the industry actually, where the focus is on problem solving. And despite repeating this multiple times, I guess it doesn't quite get into the. I mean, at the grassroots is what we want to inspire problem solving, but it does have its challenges. But yeah, I guess from a bigger picture, for success in this career, and I mean any career, but this in particular, I guess a focus towards problem solving will help. And thanks a lot for sharing it through multiple regular needs that people have. Right? That was
Because look, the solution is there for any of the problems that are there around you. It might be roti, kapda, makan. You pick up an industry. For all these aspects, the solution right now is technology. That's it. Period. So that was the sort of whole objective of me trying to bring the focus on that aspect. What I'm trying to sort of tell you guys is whatever you are really passionate about, you can actually implement your knowledge and try and find the right solution problem, and whatever knowledge that you have can be the solution to that problem that you're finding.
done here. Thanks a lot, Mr. Sagar, for your time.
All right, cool. Thanks so much, guys. Bye bye.